welcome to our third episode of Floth-Talk.
Floth-Talk. Floth-Talk. Floth-Talk. Yeah.
How are you doing, Kayla? How was your weekend?
Actually, it's good for me. I had to go to a friend's house because their heat went out. And
Nashville, known worldwide as a serious music city. We say, would it kill you to laugh a little?
Coming to you from Nashville, Tennessee, it's live from Little Hollywood.
Featuring Caitlin Cannon, Alice Wallace, Gina Barabash, Stuffy Schmidt.
This week's guest, producer of Neighbors podcast, Cariad Harmon,
A performance by Amelia White,
and fine artist John Paul Kessling. And now your hosts, Scot Sax and Gina Prairie Bacon.
It just keeps happening. Here we are.
That's great. Wouldn't it be great if they held their, not held their applause. What's the opposite of that? Don't hold your applause? I don't want people to hold their applause till I'm dead.
Yeah, applause
want
is
a
good.
long,
It feels
sustained
good.
applause.
Remember when we had fake applause? There was a lot of debate about fake
know.
applause,
Well,
canned laughter, stuff like that.
I feel like we're succeeding because we don't have to get fake applause now.
It's true. Now we have people. They show up in the studio, even if they are guests.
They're not guests. Well, you know what we should do? We should
Some of
have
them are
them
guests.
dress up as somebody different.
Wear different clothes.
How
So they-
are my collars?
You have many collars.
I really
Oh,
resent people that don't tell me when my collar is weird or when they don't tell other people. That is mean-spirited.
It's like if you have something in your teeth and they don't tell you.
Oh my God, I had
Kinda
that one
similar.
time. I was eating something with a chive, and then I started singing, "It's just a chive talking."
their heat went out. And I had to help them. Okay,
I feel like you are like the best friend. I don't know how.
I didn't want to
I hope they'll
go.
appreciate it.
I think they'll realize I appreciate it later. But I took a very small fish here.
Are they okay? Like all the friends I met with that time when we were at the Christmas party?
They're all
Yeah, you're
collars.
good. Look all lined up. You look all lined up.
Thanks.
I've been known to do that with people who have like the tag hanging out the back and
Do you
don't
tell them?
realize. I do. So I'll tuck it in a kind of
that's
motherly
nice.
way.
Yeah.
Like I'm not being creepy, but you're walking around with the tag hanging out.
Women never get accused of being creepy.
Oh yeah. Well,
What are they? What's a woman's version of a creepy guy? They don't have them. They just put
I
them
can't
in,
think of
they're
one.
in jail. They just put them in
Yeah,
jail.
that's
They
it.
take them out
That's
of the
it.
game.
you can always tell when somebody's a little more well known. They tend to pop the collar more. Maybe not a full pop on the collar, but the back of the collar goes up, and you see that.
Like bigger deal people.
It's a confidence thing,
yeah,
I think.
Elvis Presley,
Yeah.
Andy Kaufman, Newt Gingrich. No.
No, he wouldn't know how to pop
I don't
a
know.
collar.
I just wanted to say that name. Sam is here as usual. He's
House band Sam.
House Band Sam. And
Now I notice.
is that a Yazoo Pale Ale, or are you just happy to see us?
It's I do like hoppier beers, but this is really great. This is very approachable.
Well, here's the hoppier times.
You know what? I will say one thing.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Well, you just joined us here watching Floth-Talk, and we are keeping up with the
Younger.
Joneses.
And we hope that you're all doing real well out there in this whole holiday season. And also, you have to keep on your teeth clean and
About Yazoo, they actually like you to say Yazoo.
Yazoo.
I know that from prior experience.
Yeah, now I feel like I'm a poser. for not knowing how to say
Yazoo.
it.
Now I think most people say Yazoo. It's
it-
fun to say.
So you're supposed to say. So is it actually Yazoo? Is it
Yazoo.
Okay.
Well,
I
it
think
depends how
'cause-
much you're drinking of the Yazoo. It changes.
Yeah.
It's like that's how they got the name hospice. Because, when you're telling somebody you're at the
no.
hospital, the closer you get to death, it's hard to pronounce it. I'm at the hospital. I'm at the hospital. Hospice. I'm at the hospice. It's definitely from that. I've thought about it.
I was really interested to see where that plan was going.
Who can
lead.
pronounce
Yeah, me too.
hospital on their deathbed? You know, they're putting it's hospice. I'm in hospice.
That's terrible.
Can you imagine if they had a lisper working there? Hi,
Oh,
thank you for calling
lisper.
Penn Hospice. I don't want to die with a lisper. I don't want the last voice to...
Oh,
All right.
speaking of Lisper, well, we have great guests
Who do we
today.
have?
We have Cariad Harmon.
She is a great guest, yeah.
Yeah. Very interesting. And John Paul Kessling,
Yeah.
an artist. This is interesting.
We're
He's
gonna
a
talk-
painter.
We're going to talk to him about his... he wishes he could go back in time and have it a two-name name. And he feels, I think he said, and to put it in Gandhi's words, douchey.
Can I have it 3 names?
Just, it feels, what's it called? You know, pretentious.
Pretentious?
I always forget that
I
word.
have 3 names now, but I didn't acquire that till I moved to Nashville.
Yeah.
Everybody started calling me by all my names.
And which is the name that's your maiden name?
Bacon.
Really? That's amazing. I know. I'm not even going to get into it. It's fine. We don't have to. We'll work on a sizzle reel. No, I'm not even going to do that. I'm not even going to do that. No, we'll be panned. I'm not going to do any things with that at
No
all.
bacon jokes?
No bacon jokes
All
at
right.
all.
That's all right. I've heard them all. We also have Amelia White here. She's going to do a song for us. We're going to
Yeah.
talk about. She's got a brand new album.
I have tried to talk her into it, but nobody takes my ideas. I said, you have to put out an album calling it the White Album.
Oh, so obvious.
Everyone's afraid to be humorous because they want to be serious. That's a big topic. I've been talking a lot about.
Maybe in the next one. Because her label is White Wolf Records. That's cool. So it's incorporated into that.
That's the problem. It's cool. I don't want it to be cool. I want it to be.
It would have to be White Album 2.0, wouldn't it?
I don't know. Well, the Beatles didn't officially name it the White Album.
Oh.
They
It just had no name.
It's nothing. So
Yeah,
the
no
people
name.
decided that.
Speaking of which, did you hear the Paul Bass story? Paul
I
got
was
his
nowhere
bass
near
back.
that van. I swear to God.
That part might always be a mystery, but I'm glad he's got it back.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of amazing.
It is amazing.
Yeah,
Just sitting in an attic all this time.
I know. What else is there in attics? Well, you know what? I heard that they found Jimmy Hoffa playing it. Ironically, but they were so excited about the bass, they forgot to get him out of there, and they can't remember.
The
where.
Bones of Jimmy Hoffa.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it.
That should be the name of Amelia White's next album, The Bones of Jimmy Hoffa. Now that would be refreshing.
That's good. That sounds Americana-ish.
It does sound Americana-ish.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
Somebody was driving around East Nashville with a dead coyote strapped to the hood of their car.
I heard about that.
And people said sometimes people bury them and then dig them up later because they do art and rituals and things with the bones. And that way
In East Nashville.
the critters of the dirt clean the flesh and stuff off and you get clean bones.
Yeah.
I did that with a turtle shell once.
I'm sorry, were you talking?
I know, it's kind of nerdy science stuff.
No, I thought the ceiling was going to cave in.
Yeah, there was some thumping
Yeah,
up there.
it's the angels bowling. Isn't that what they say?
That's what they say.
How could
Or
an angel
the, you
bowl
know-
with the wings? That would be such a mess. Let me tell you about bowling, and then we're going to go to commercial break. In my 5th or 6th birthday party or whatever it was a bowling party. First of all, bowling and pogo, why do they introduce to us the most annoying pastimes that nobody does well when we're kids?
Bowling?
Well, pogo sticks.
Oh, pogo sticks.
No one
Yeah.
can do. Even the inventor can't do it.
No, they're terrible.
So with bowling, it's just that's frustrating. I still
Well, now they put the gutter thing in for kids.
yeah, they
So
call it the gutter. So guess where? Yeah,
Yeah.
and then they.
yeah.
If only real life had those gutter
I know.
protectors,
Gutter
but it doesn't.
It's
We
such
just
a
go in
shame.
the gutter and
Yeah.
feel the shame. Well, I did horrible. And I started crying like a baby.
Oh, no.
Because I didn't win the trophy.
On your birthday.
Yeah, I think you should give the friggin' birthday kid a trophy. And they gave it to Eddie Zerold. Yeah, and I know.
Eddie.
No, he died a couple years ago of pancreatic cancer. So Sam,
Oh, sorry.
Sam. If you say someone's name 3 times, it's really bad. It's like if I just go Sam, it's a little thing. But if I go Sam. Ooh, that third one.
That's pretty dire.
Anyway, I cried, but this is good. We can remember Eddie Zerold by this. He actually was one of my good friends.
It would
growing
be
up.
cool if he had left you the trophy.
No, he gave it to me at the birthday party.
He did?
Yeah, I think because he wanted me to shut the fuck up. I was crying like a fucking baby, and I think he was like, "Give him the fucking trophy." He did. He gave me the trophy.
That's really nice.
Thanks.
Whatever reason, I'm glad you got it.
That's for whatever reason. I'm glad you got it. That's the way I did it. All right, let's go to commercial. I've put out a couple like little short films and whatever, and somebody would say, "When's the viewing?" I'm like, "That's for dead people. It's the screening.
The viewing. That's dark.
It's not a viewing. Very different."
You could mix the two together, though, if you had...
Who is this? Who's talking to me? I think that's how we should introduce our next guest. Yeah, we should always have them like just start talking,
and then
like,
I go, "Who the heck are you? What are you?" This is Cat.
We'll call the show, "Who the hell's this?" So who the hell is this?
Guess my name. This is Cariad Harmon.
I know.
So glad you're here.
I'm so glad.
You have been many things: a songwriter, a podcaster, a journalist. Is that on the list?
I'm journalist adjacent.
Yeah, I would say so. Adjacent to a lot of things. Adjacent to me.
Always the adjacent, never the...
Yeah.
Did you invite
Me too.
Who invited the? Is that? I thought he was.
Oh, and we
your
also
friend.
have
Is he your? I thought he was your friend.
John
Okay.
Paul Kessling.
It's like one of those
painting
parties.
live on.
This is awesome. I love our show.
This is
I'm gonna
interesting.
hug our
See,
show.
That could be the Batman building. It could be a dog of some kind.
This is why you
It
don't
could be-
paint in public, John. That's what he's thinking right now. You can roll your eyes at it.
Interesting start.
I'm into it.
Okay.
Did you start with an idea in mind of what you were going to paint, or because you have 4 colors there to work with? Well, actually, it's infinite if you start mixing them, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you can mix them.
Yeah.
Don't forget to floss the outsides.
Where?
The outside.
Really, I find from the best conversation, it's wonderful.
It also helps you if you can, get more things done at once. Like, if we didn't do this, I would never floss.
Oh my God! So you two are a couple, and you're both artists. There's a lot of things going on here. I don't know where to start, but you should just keep going. Make it like you're an elevator operator. Like you got to keep going.
Sure.
But it is really
Pretend
cool
we're not
having you
here. Yeah. Pretend we're not here.
So, all right, let's start from the beginning of time. Cariad Harmon.
I find that conversational flossing is very similar to conversation when you're at the dentist.
It is. It's like so rude, don't you think? When they're at the dentist and you're
And put
trying
your mouth, your hand in your mouth, and you have to answer questions. When they ask me where I'm from, I don't tell them the real place. I tell them the only place that you could say when you have a hand in your mouth, and I just say Ohio.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. I should probably try
Ohio.
saying that too.
Yeah, I can't say
Yeah.
Philadelphia.
Oh.
Okay. I can't say Philadelphia with a hand in my mouth.
I wanna-
I don't know what I'm saying.
Great name.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Where are
It's
you
got-
from originally?
From England, from London.
Okay.
originally.
I met my wife and I, Susie Brown. We were playing a show in Washington, D.C.
I was trying to
What was the
remember
name
what
of that
it
place?
It was like downstairs from a coffee shop. Yes, Ebenezer's.
Ebenezer, yeah.
I forgot
And
what it was.
we played our set, and I usually like to just leave because I'm like, no one's going to be better than us, and I'm tired. So those two things
I agree.
it's like a jet. You know,
Yeah, the
whatever
older I get, the
propels
less
an
I wanna
airplane
do it.
that's just so strong, and I just start walking towards my car. 'Twas then that, and this has only happened like one other time. The other time was with a drummer that was so good that I turned around, but I was just like, you were singing, I wanna be famous, son of a gun. And I was just, I mean, a great song is a great song in a millisecond. You don't have to.
Yeah, it
it's
stopped
like,
you in your tracks.
it's like meeting the one that you're going to marry. It's like, it doesn't take you like a while to figure it out. That's the whole thing. It doesn't take you any time to figure it out. You just have to figure out what you're going to do now. But you know you're going to marry them. You just don't know how you're going to proceed in life. John, we're taking questions.
We're 10 years in dating.
Yeah, we're gonna take care of that.
Yeah.
I have a lot to say and a lot to ask and a lot to suggest. Yeah.
It's
It's like I know what I'm gonna order way before I go to the restaurant.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I just think at this point you should have your own parking.
I just hope it doesn't close.
Can you tell them from Alabama?
I didn't catch that.
Cariad was saying, I want to be famous. And I just turned around and I grabbed my camera and I had started making a documentary around that time called Platinum Rush, a film by a songwriter. And the whole documentary is just about, it was me trying to figure out where I was in my life and if I had been completely kind of like delusionally wasting my time being a songwriter. I mean, I didn't think that, but I also was like seeing my friends and their kids were like in college and I'm like, whoa, a lot of time went by. So I was trying to find out where I was. And my way of finding that out was interviewing other people that did what I did. And so I heard you, who I didn't know at the time, singing that song, and it was like literally about the whole thing. And I said, I'm making a documentary, and I think that's the song that's going to open the movie.
I wanna be famous, son of a gun. I want you all to know my name when I'm done. Ooh, I wanna be someone. I wanna be someone. I wanna be someone. I wanna catch on fire. I wanna feel the spark. I wanna blaze a trail, leave it burning in the dark. Ooh, I wanna make my mark. I wanna make my mark. I wanna make my mark. I need a light to guide me home. I need a light to guide me home. I wanna keep it simple. I wanna make it clear. Let the record show there was someone here. Lord, I don't wanna disappear. I don't wanna disappear. I don't wanna disappear.
So yeah, that's a little bit of the opening of the movie, and so you were doing that song, and then I interviewed you upstairs at the
Yeah, I
little
remember.
after party thing, and this is exciting. If not for you, to quote Bob Dylan, it wouldn't have like the R rating or something because you dropped like 4 F-bombs. But British F-bombs are to be I was like,
they're way more charming.
yeah, fucking hell. That's just so always sounds good. Yeah, you were.
I'm fucking sorry.
Yeah, no, it was great. I don't remember what you said, but it was awesome. So you can curse as much as you want. So that's how I know Cariad Harmon. And we became friends and friends with my wife, Susie Brown. And then you were doing the singer-songwriter thing, and you did something that very few singer-songwriters do. You quit. I did. And I was like, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen anybody do.
Was it really sudden? Like one day you just said, I'm glad I got to hear you sing, by the way, before you did that. Because you're good. You were good. But what made you do that?
It was not a quick decision. It was a drawn-out identity crisis. But I just couldn't make a living at it, man. It's hard to make.
Doesn't stop other people.
Yeah.
We're
going to talk to Amelia White after this. Just to back me up on that.
She will have a lot to say, yes.
Amelia, maybe you can learn a thing or two from this girl. Girl's out of her mind.
No, don't quit.
I'm glad you didn't quit.
Yeah, don't quit.
And I'm not glad you quit. I don't know what to say.
Well, I mean, I still play, but just not. I tried to divorce the music from the money.
Don't bring up divorce. You're not even married yet. I'll tell you what
I get divorced before we get married.
What I didn't. Oh, that's a good idea. Have a second divorce.
Get it out of the way.
How come they don't have divorce bands? You know, they have wedding bands. What's a divorce band? Let's celebrate
People
that.
have divorce parties.
It's usually a happier time for at least one person.
Some people go out and celebrate big time when their divorce comes through.
I'm sure.
Yeah. I like those stories of, when people call up the wedding after all the stuff's been paid for, and the bride will just invite all of her friends, and they just go take the honeymoon together, and screw that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way they screw the guy on the honeymoon. Gina has really turned into she works in blue.
I'm feeling great. How can you today, Scott?
What did you say?
I'm feeling great. How can you today, Scott? I don't know a second.
Oh, thank you.
John, blue. I'm speaking artist. Artisan. Are you an artisan artist? Then you can really get paid a lot.
This guy.
I thought this guy's like a fine artist. He's paid in freaking gummy bear. I don't know what's going on.
Bart,
I like it.
It's Bart Simpson.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
Cariad,
Art with an art.
with you, you were one of the. I don't know if I'll ever get over the fact that a person. I didn't know this when I was a kid or in my 20s, and I'm still wrestling with it. That a songwriter or an artist of any kind can create a masterpiece, a perfect, just a stone cold. That is, a great work.
That song?
Well, that was one of the first times that I really was like, oh, that doesn't mean you're going to be world famous or known or have a career. I still struggle with that. I know, and there's lots and lots of great songwriters and great musicians and all that stuff, but there is a difference to me. I mean, and to a lot of people, I guess, but nobody says it out loud because it's like Nashville and it's a music town and everybody's great. But you either are a person that has written or can write a song that's like, from the first second to the last second, that's just a, divine intervention kind of thing. And you have more than one of those. But that song in particular is just absolutely as good.
Maybe I should get back into this.
No, you're smart. I just think the world is just doesn't make as much sense as I hoped it was going to. Because that is just a brilliant song. And I thought that if you put something out that great, it just has a life of its own. And I'm sure I'm not the only one struggling with that. And it's disappointing that it doesn't. And I guess that's for you was disappointing. I mean, you must have felt when you recorded your albums pretty damn good and your hopes were a little high.
I mean, I think everybody does, You make a record, you put it out, and then you put it out and you talk to people who just put out a record and they're like, good luck. It's the endless cycle. You're like, this one, it's got all, this time I really nailed it. I really made it great.
It's always the latest record.
Yeah, and then it's so much about promotion and if you have the money for PR or if you sometimes just get lucky. Like I also think
absolutely
you got to hit a wave and the culture at the same time as
the right people need to hear
the right kind of music is really on the rise. Like I don't know.
I know, absolutely. And then so you became, you started your own podcast, or no, you joined a already existing podcast called Neighbors?
So I did that for a little while. So I was making music. I was in New York, living in the city, and I had like 4 jobs, I think, at one point, just trying to make.
And New York, of all the places to be struggling artist, I would be a...
Yeah. Well, the scene there is so great, and there's so much going on.
And what years were this, too? Pretty good years in New York?
I left in 2016, and I was there for 12 years.
London's amazing. I was there last year. Why did you leave London? Yeah, why did you leave London to go to New York?
I left London to go to music school in Boston.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Did you go the whole thing? Everybody always quits Berkeley, don't they?
I was there for 3 years, I think.
Was it supposed to be 4?
It was supposed to be 4.
They should just make it like an afternoon, like 2 afternoons at Berkeley, and just everybody. Let's talk about John. This is fun. I wish somebody was always doing that while I was in conversation because I just want to look away.
It is interesting because you look back, look away, look back.
Yeah.
Many things have happened.
John, what is this telling us about you? Is that Cariad with that thing coming out? Is that her words?
What does it tell us?
He's like, that's her bullshit words as usual.
No, it tells us something about Bart, I think.
I don't know if it's Bart.
It's Bart-like.
It's Bart-like.
It's Bart's lesser successful animated brother.
What finger is that Bart is holding? Because cartoons have 4 fingers usually, right? But so...
I'm always looking at their feet like a real creep, so I don't know what their hands are doing.
Yeah, what's going on with their feet? You draw a lot like me. Like, your weaknesses are in the hands and feet. Hands are so hard.
Yeah.
I'm horrible. They're
Hands
so...
are hard.
Aren't they the hardest part of a body?
That's why cartoons only have 4. Well, he's only got 2 on that.
Yeah, for a long time, when I first started drawing, I remember I would draw just like apples instead of hands. I would just put like I was like oh, I'm just doing surrealism. So I put like a banana, like 2 bananas, or 2 apples. It's like or
Yeah.
like hands in pockets.
It's
like big on that.
Hands in pockets. That's a good.
You
idea.
actually have to learn how to do it because
Yeah.
you can't just do it because you're talented, right? Because I mean, I could draw pretty well, but I still cannot draw a hand.
Hands are hard.
Yeah. And then I learned in undergrad, like doing like life drawing, and then after like 3 or 4 good hands and feet, I was like, that took so long. Like I'll be dead in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
It's not. Nobody cares.
No one cares about hands and feet. Well, other than that painting, I like the cleavage.
I was going to say.
But the paintings that I've seen on your website are just, they're really, I love them. I love, we were going to talk about that, and we don't have a ton of time, but I just love, they're not, I don't know, they're just like great songs. They're not boring. That's what you have in common. You both have the ability to make
Interesting.
art that's
you
just
called them
not
songs.
boring.
You called the painting songs, the art.
Well, they're like songs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, but you know.
You can see.
Yeah. No, they're, it's, I don't know, I can't remember. It was like, it's not a mixed media thing, but there were several things going on, and it was just entertaining to look at. And
Thanks.
And what's the inspiration for your paintings other than that one?
Do you normally paint people or?
Yes. Yeah, I do a lot of people and figures and landscapes.
Okay.
So that's
Everything. Yeah.
Yeah, but kind of everything, like still lives. But I see them all as portraits, even if it's just like a landscape or, or a still life.
That makes sense.
There's more to it, yeah, typically, yeah. And I do listen to a lot of music.
While you're painting.
And so as the music, depending on what comes on, that changes the course.
What was that movie, Nick Nolte, when he's a painter? Did you see that?
I don't know what it's called, but yeah.
Oh, next time it snows and there's ice, I'm going to pick you up and we're going to get footsie pajamas and watch movies. And that's going to be what we watch.
Great.
Is that okay with you?
That sounds great.
I think you were going to say
New York Stories.
Corn dogs.
No. Oh, I love.
Oh, you could.
No, it's called New York Stories. One of the movies is by Woody Allen, one is Scorsese, and one is that one I can't remember, but it's great. And he paints on this huge canvas. This is great. Neither of you are selling anything. This is a great show.
There's nothing to promote.
Yeah, well, all right. Well, we're going to go to our second commercial. Let somebody else sell something. Thank you.
Well, thank you for joining us for Floth-Talk.
Floth-Talk. Floth-Talk. Floth-Talk. Yeah.
Amelia White is here. Just like that.
Yeah. Jen, just like that.
You're looking sharp. This jacket, I haven't seen this jacket before.
This jacket is like somebody on this I've just been on the road, called me Alice Cooper.
Amelia White, I feel like you are always in a state of surviving, creating, creating.
So this album, I've been pregnant with this album for like 5 years.
It's been a long pregnancy. You must be very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Sucking down drinks in Columbus, Ohio. Cancel flight in Cinco de Mayo. All I wanna do is get up there and sing. Don't wanna hear about ice on the wind. Just trying to get to the show. People
If you had a choice, if people were buying your songs, would you have been a singer, do you think, or would you have been happy to write songs for other people?
I love performing, but yeah, it's my dream to either have some songs in films or have someone else cut my songs. Absolutely, that's
You should
the
write
dream.
songs that are really insulting to women because they get so much airplay in Nashville country radio. I mean, that's where the money is. I'm just trying to help.
Yeah.
I'm just
Thanks.
trying to help. Well, you're gonna play a song. What song
Yes.
are you gonna play?
I'm gonna play the title track.
Oh yeah, it's Love.
I Swore.
Love I Swore.
On the streets of Glasgow, I heard someone call your name. Thought about the kiss I missed and how the storm hit hard. Wake up halfway hoping that our love's clean by the rain. Summer rain that whispered me to sleep.
caught me by surprise with all those daggers in your eyes. Now I see you shiver like a lost domestic bird, looking for the hand that set her free. Fly, but don't go far. I'll keep the candle burning, I won't lock the door. Fly, but don't go far. Swore the love I meant, and I still mean the love I swore. As the train pulls from the station, I call to hear your voice. It's muffled, crackling in and out from far across the sea. If your freedom scares you, you go back to the song you sang before you found the open door. Fly, but don't go far. Keep the candle burning, I won't lock the door. Fly, but don't go far. Swore the love I meant, and I still mean the love I swore. Swore the love I meant, and I still mean the love I swore. Fly, but don't go far. I'll keep the candle burning, I won't lock the door.